What is the cost of staying weak? There's a version of you that hesitates, complains, and avoids the hard things. He's comfortable, but he's killing your potential. That version dies today. This is the death of the excuse maker, the overthinker. The man was addicted to comfort. You were built for strength, not softness, for action, not delay. So stand up, lock in, and let's kill the weak version of you, step by step. Let's begin. Number 1, stop explaining yourself. The weak part of you wants to be liked and accepted. He has to explain every move, every change, and every new rule in the hopes that someone will nod and say, "I get it." Deep down, though, you should know that not everyone is meant to understand you. A lot of them won't. A lot of them will never do. That's not a problem for you. You're not supposed to do that. You were never meant to work as a public relations worker. You stop growing every time you stop to explain yourself. Allowing someone else's confusion makes you slow down. Why is it for? Approval? Permission? Are you comfortable? And you can't change while holding other people's hands. The road you take is either chosen for you or you wait for permission to go down it from other people. But not both at the same time. This was clear to Marcus Aurelius. Do not do what is wrong. Do not say what is false, he told them. He didn't ask, will they agree? Does this fit with who I am? He asked. That's where you begin. It's not for them when you get up early, train hard, cut ties, or stay quiet. It's for the man you're turning into. You need to get rid of the part of you that still wants to be seen. You don't have to give anyone a reason for picking discipline over comfort, focus over distraction, or silence over small talk. There will be noise when you're making something real, like your body, your mind, or your will. It will be questioned. Do not understand it. Talk about it. Let them. For every second you spend giving reasons, you take away from your goal. What progress have I made? Asked Seneca. I've become friends with myself. That's the line. When you stop defending yourself, you're finally in sync with who you are. You don't need their blessing because you already have truth around you. You're okay with the quiet now. That's when power really starts. Think about it this way. Lions don't say why they hunt. They don't explain why they are hungry. They move, act, and take charge. The jungle gets it too. With just one look, everything around them knows what they're not saying. You need to change into that. Talk less. Get around more. Let the weight of everything you've been through rest on your shoulders. The weak part of you dies here, at the door of self-justification. Let him beg you to understand. Let him write the paragraphs, send the long texts, and fight back and forth. That won't work for you today. You're making something. Also, builders don't explain. They just build. They're done. They're clear. Don't say anything. Work out more. Move faster. Let people mistake, mislabel, or get your point of view wrong. Because they won't need an answer in the end. They'll see how you changed. They'll know. Number 2, wake up before the world needs you. The weaker part of you needs comfort all the time. He holds on to the pillow like it's to protect him from having to do things. He hits the snooze button because he doesn't know yet that life doesn't wait for people who sleep in. His hiding place is under the sheets where he thinks the time will stop for him. But it doesn't, and it will never happen. Comfort kills the need to act quickly, and your fire goes out if you don't act quickly. Epictetus said, "Pains are what make a person what they are." And those early hours, when your eyes hurt, your body hurts, and the air feels colder than it should, are your test. That's where you become who you are. When your body begs for more sleep and you get up anyway. Not when everything is just right. That's when you part. Because getting up early isn't about getting more done. It's about who you are. It's about becoming a man who doesn't need to be told, reminded, or told again. Because your job is bigger than your bed. You get up before everyone else, because your heart beats faster than your comfort. So you were born to feel nice? Marcus Aurelius asked himself at the time, instead of going through and doing things. Every day he told himself that he wasn't made to stay in bed and read, but to get up and act like a man. You need that warning as much as the Roman emperor did. Well, you're weak because of this. He gets up on a day that is already going, when there is already noise and when people are expecting a lot from him. He gets lost in the chaos while trying to catch up and wonders why he feels stressed, behind, and distant. But the real, strong you doesn't try to catch up. He decides how fast things go. You stand tall in front of the world because your edge is shaped in the stillness. Not any distractions, not a request, not a message. You, your discipline, and your purpose are all that's left. It's not empty time. It is holy. That's where you read the words that make you smarter. You work out there while everyone else sleeps. It's where your thoughts can breathe and where you can see clearly without any outside noise getting in the way. The weak person waits until life forces him to do something before he does it. But the strong man wakes up and is already moving. He looks forward to the day. His time is his own. He is the reason. He doesn't wait for a call, a problem, or a reason. Every time you wake up in the morning, you kill the weak girl inside you. Not once, not twice, every single day. Someone who gets up early doesn't just get ahead. They become someone who can't be caught. For those who have been coasting or letting the bed win, now is the time to stop. Not this week, not on Monday, right now. Get up before everyone else does. Once they start to look, you'll already be 10 steps ahead of them. Number 3, learn to be alone without feeling lonely. You won't find yourself if you're always with other people. The weak part of you can't handle how quiet it is. When the room gets quiet, he grabs his phone. He is surrounded by noise, not because he likes it, but because being quiet makes him vulnerable. His reflection in the glass bothers him. He needs the group. He needs to be agreed with. He wants to be seen, heard, and liked. That's not strength, though. That's being dependent. Dependence is also bad for growth. The soul should be dyed with the color of your thoughts, Seneca wrote. If you're always soaking up other people's colors, you can't paint your mind in your own. That can only happen when you're really by yourself. Not any distractions, no noise in the background. You and the things you've been trying to avoid. There's something that most guys don't want to face. They know they've let someone down. They are aware that they have given up the life they were meant to live. And being alone makes me think of how badly I failed. That keeps them busy. Stay in touch. Keep yourself busy. But all they're really doing is putting off the meeting they know they have to have with themselves. You need to make that fight your home. Being alone is not the same as being alone. This is training. There is a reason for the silence. Clear thinking and getting rid of weakness are made in the workshop. When you're by yourself, you can see your urges, your worries, your habits, and now you can finally ask them a question. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This was while he was leader of an empire and fighting wars. That's the important thing. Your peace doesn't come from being alone, it comes from being in charge of yourself. And you can only get that by being alone. There is a weak part of you that is afraid of that quiet room because it doesn't trust what it thinks. But the man you're becoming picks that room. He wants to be by himself because that's when he gets strong, steady, and silent. Be the type of man who doesn't need other people to approve of him. Don't walk alone because you're proud. Do it because you need to be disciplined. The kind of control that says, I don't need your company until I master myself. And here's the truth. You become dangerous once you learn to be alone and not feel lonely, because no one can control you now. You're not scared of being left behind. It's okay for people to not understand you. Attention and acceptance aren't things you need because you already have them. While you're alone with yourself, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm enough, and I'm no longer hiding. Number 4, build a body that reflects discipline. Your body writes about war. It keeps track of all the secret choices you've made, everything you didn't give in to late at night. You worked out even though your mind begged you to rest. You pulled yourself into pain every morning because you knew that comfort was lying to you. He doesn't understand the weak side of you. He thinks that the body is only about how it looks. He thinks it's to get abs for summer or to look good in the mirror. But real men don't work out to get attention. They change them into something they aren't, to get up from the ashes of their own faults. Because your body isn't the end result. It shows whether your will or your weakness has been in charge. It makes sense to the weak you. I've worked hard, I need a break, he says. He doesn't want to fight, so he skips workouts and lives in loops of progress and failure. But that's not how the man you're becoming thinks. Anyone who knows anything about discipline knows that your body speaks it before you even speak. Marcus Aurelius, who was Rome's most powerful person, wasn't a soft person. He worked out in the cold mornings of a Roman camp. He did not need extravagance. He needed to get better. For example, he wrote, "You control your mind, not things that happen outside of you." If you understand this, you will be strong. It's not just mental strength though, it's body related. This thing is made of cold steel, tough hands, and lungs that keep going even when they're on fire. Your body starts to show what's going on inside you. Every rep is a choice. There is a fight in every set. The real fight starts when your arms and legs start to shake and your eyes start to get sweaty. That's when most guys give up. Not you though. You lift to block out the noise in your head. You train to kill the boy who asked to rest. You have to keep going even when it hurts, when it breaks you, and when the bar seems too heavy for your mind to handle. Not just because you want to, but because you are now that way. As Seneca said, no man is more unhappy than he who never faces trouble. That's because he can't prove himself. These places, the gym, the track, and the mat, are not hobbies. They are places where problems happen. You go into them every day, not to brag, but to show what you can do. You don't get stronger. It builds your character. You get people to follow through. You form a habit of being there that lasts for the rest of your life. Also, just so you know, no one cheers when you work out by yourself. At 5 a.m., no one sees the sweat on the floor. But that's the point. You don't train for them. You work out for the man you see in the mirror. And each time you finish a lesson you didn't want to begin, you bury the weaker part of yourself a little more. Let everyone keep thinking. They should ask you why you're training. Make them wonder what's so great about you. You don't have to answer them. Your body will talk for you. Remember this on that day when they finally see what you've become. You didn't build a body. It was you who built discipline in the body. Number 5, kill the victim mentality. Being both a victim and a warrior is impossible. One of them is waiting to be saved. One of them turns into a storm. The weak part of you wears your wounds like badges and blames your youth, bad luck, unfair bosses, and a system that doesn't work right. Unfortunately, no one is going to save you. Others don't owe you anything. Plus, every second you blame others is a second you lose your power. Being a victim is appealing. It makes me feel good. It makes you think that life should pay you back. But it's really just a trick. When you blame yourself, you bury your success under layers of why me and if only. And the longer you stay there, the less you remember what you can become. Epictetus was born into a slave family. He had every reason to be upset. Every possible reason. He didn't use any of them, though. He told her, "What matters is not what happens to you, but how you deal with it." That's not a quote to get you going. Those are the rules that guys who rise follow. If you need the world to be fair to have power, you'll never have it. But if your power comes from how you react, then no one can take it away. The weak you thinks everything is going wrong with him. You who are strong know that the world is going on through him. Things didn't just happen because you chose them to. Now it's up to you what to do with it. That gives you an edge. That's what will save you. Take responsibility for everything, even things that weren't your fault. Not because you deserve to be blamed, but because you deserve to be in charge. You can't have both at the same time. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have been made strong enough to bear whatever happens to you." He was emperor of an empire that was hit hard by war and plague. Take that in. You were not made to not have to work hard. It was made for you to carry, to look pain in the eye and say, "This will not break me. This will help me get stronger." You don't have to wait when you stop blame. You no longer trust someone else to fix it. You start to turn into the type of man who doesn't need life to be fair because he knows he'll win no matter what. Stop hanging on to pain and old reasons for why you can't. Write them again. If you have to, say it out loud. It happened. It was painful. I'm still in charge of what comes next, though. The weak part of you wants support to make you feel better. But the strong part of you doesn't want to be understood. He wants fire. He wants to be strong. He wants things to happen. Get rid of the victim in you. Make him go hungry. Keep him quiet. Say to him, "You had your time." I'm done telling that story, though. From now on, you're not the man who things happen to. You are the one who knows what they mean. That changes everything. Number 6. Embrace pain as a requirement, not a curse. Pain is not bad. It's the builder, the artist, that which makes you stronger, the forge. The weak part of you stays away from pain because it thinks it means you failed. He is scared of it. It makes him mad. It hurts so much that he will do anything to get away from it. He isn't strong enough to see it any other way. But here's the truth. Your pain is your chance. It's possible to grow, change, and become more than you were before every rough patch. Pain is not trying to break you. It's trying to change you. It gets rid of the extras and the parts of you that can't handle your full potential, leaving you with just the most important things. For example, Seneca said, "Fire tests gold. Trials of bravery. Heat is needed to make gold clean. That shine doesn't come from being tried in fire. Through the burn, its real worth becomes clear." Forging you in comfort is not possible. Safety is not possible forging you. The fire is what turns you from a pile of useless ore into something valuable. A weaker part of you avoids conflict. When things get rough, he backs off. He complains. His inner dialogue says it's too much, it's too hard. Tomorrow I will try again. The man who stays the same, though, is that one. That is the person who doesn't want to grow. You're fighting to become a man who actually enjoys pain. He understands that change costs pain. Despite not wanting it, he stands tall and faces it because he knows it will make him better. When you decide to fight through the pain, you get rid of the weak part of yourself. Every hour that you keep going, even though your body is telling you to stop, and every time that you deal with the mental pain of loss or failure without giving up, you become stronger. You become less easily moved. Most importantly, pain teaches you that you are stronger than you think. The impediment to action advances action, wrote Marcus Aurelius, who ruled a kingdom and had to deal with constant wars, famines, and personal loss. Things that get in the way become the ways. Those problems, struggles, and pain aren't stopping you from growing. They are the very things that will make you who you are. Having tears, cuts, or bruises doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've changed. You teach your body, mind, and spirit how to deal with pain when you train them. You teach them not only to get through it, but also to grow from it. The pain you're going through now will make you stronger tomorrow. It will be your shield in fight and your fuel when you're not sure what to do. The weak part of you wants to get away from the fire. This is the fire I need, says the strong you. This is what I have to go through to become unbreakable. The hurt, the scars, the mistakes, and the heartbreak are not punishments. They mark important events in life. They are what you get for being good at something. Everything that hurts, everything that makes you want to give up, every tear you shed is just a step towards something much bigger. Don't think of pain as a bad thing. Don't run away from it anymore. Accept it. Let it make you smarter. Let it cut away everything that isn't good for you. Always keep in mind that this very moment is the teacher, and what it's teaching you is more important than any comfort that could ever come your way. When you're weak, you hide when you feel pain. When you feel pain, the strong you tells it to come on. I'm ready. You will be bigger when the pain is over. You'll be better. You are going to change. Every drop of sweat, every single moment of trouble, each and every bit of resistance, please pay it. That price will make you into the person you were always meant to be. Number 7, stop talking. Start moving. Speech calms you down. It makes you think you're moving forward when you're really just going around in loops. You're weak when you talk about the future all the time, like what he wants to do, what he's planning, and his big dreams. He loves to talk about his plans and goals and sound like he's about to do something great, but he doesn't move forward with all that talk. It keeps him from moving. Being sure of what you're gonna do makes you feel like you've already done it. It makes you feel good enough about yourself to keep you from acting. That is a trap, though. No one cares about what you plan to do. That's all it cares about. It doesn't care what you say you'll do. It only cares what you do. Marcus Aurelius, who was one of the best emperors ever, knew this more than most people. He wrote, "Don't waste time on things you can't change." And all the empty words are part of that. Stop telling people what you want to do and start showing them who you are by what you do. Do not talk so much, get around more. The weak part of you thinks that he can get closer to his goal if he talks about it a lot. He loves to make plans, talk about them over and over, show them to other people, and wait for their approval. That being said, the strong part of you knows that the real work is done when no one is around. Real change happens when you work hard, sweat, and do the same thing over and over again. You want to change your body? You shouldn't talk about it online. Go to the gym. Do your best when no one is looking. Do you want to start a company? Don't tell everyone who will listen about your great ideas. Do your job. Make that plan. Set up that site. Do the first thing, even if it seems like a small thing. Each day you wait and each minute you spend explaining yourself is time that you don't have back. In the world of execution, real change takes place. It doesn't matter how many plans you make, how many promises you keep, or how often you talk about your skills. Things you do alone are what it's about. People who do it without praise are the ones who sweat, work long hours, and give up things. Your weak side loves to talk about his goals. It's not helpful to talk, though. It changes who you are. You don't get anywhere with it. The strong version of you doesn't have to tell everyone what he plans to do. His work tells you a lot about him. His statement is his work. His weapon is his quiet. Do not talk. Get moving. People will take you seriously as soon as you decide to do something. The sound of empty words will go away, and your growth will become stronger in its place. Stop talking. Give up your reasons. Just sweat, concentrate, and keep going after it. Because the weak part of you talks about being great, you become the strong version of yourself. Number 8. Burn the bridge to who you used to be. There is no turning back. Your weaker self is stuck in the past. His goal is to go back and reconnect with old friends, places, and habits. The familiar makes him feel safe, even though it's holding him back. Every time he looks at the person he used to be, he feels warm memories and heavy sorrow. But there are parts of you that you need to leave behind for good. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. Seneca wrote, "Forget about the past and move on to the present. For every step forward, what was must come to an end for good, and that end must be true. Don't take shortcuts. Not any lasting ties. Don't read old stories that make you think of the man you no longer want to be with. Anyway, that leads back must be destroyed when you decide to move forward. Every text message, old habit, and link to the person you used to be is a tie that holds you to an old version of yourself that doesn't serve you anymore. The weak part of you won't let go. It worries him too much to lose. But the strong you knows that those old selves are dead. You can't change into the person you need to be with their help. You are no longer that man. That person who failed, made excuses, stayed small, and let fear control what he did is no longer alive. He can't be saved. That old you is like a house that has been burned down. There's no need to sort through the ashes. You should look forward to the future, not backwards. You can only see a faint outline of the person you used to be when you look back. Setting that bridge on fire should tell you that you no longer live there. The moment you decide to cut ties with the past, you break free from the chains of your old self. On the other side of the fires, something new and powerful has been waiting for you. There is a weak part of you that clings to old versions of yourself like a comfort blanket. You can't live in the past and move on, though. The strong part of you knows that you have to burn that bridge in order to grow, change, and become truly powerful. Allow it to burn. Set it on fire. You will stand in the ashes of who you used to be when the smoke clears. You will be ready to walk into the future with no ties, no regrets, and no need for memories. You're free. Number 9. Surround yourself with men who demand your best. Poor conditions don't let you grow. The people you hang out with can elevate or lower your potential, depending on how careful you are. Your weaker self wants to feel safe, comfortable, and accepted. Nobody pushes him to do better, and he stays in groups where mediocrity is accepted. It's simple to stay in these groups. You don't have to perform any difficult actions. They do not demand responsibility or effort. You aren't expected to be big or great. They let you stay small. But here's the truth. The people you hang out with will always be better than you. You will become mediocre if you stay around people who are mediocre. If you hang out with men who don't push themselves or aim for excellence, you'll never find the strength to go further. The weak part of you loves being lazy because it makes you feel safe and at ease. The strong part of you knows, though, that safety stops growth. He spends a lot of time with people who are either already where he wants to be or are working hard to get there. Take a look at Marcus Aurelius, who is one of the most admired people in history. He didn't lead by himself. He didn't hang out with a bunch of flatterers who told him what he wanted to hear. Instead, he had a group of trusted teachers, advisors, and generals who pushed him to do his best. Not only did these guys agree with him, they pushed him. They questioned the choices he made. They made him answer for what he did. He became a better leader, thought, and person as a result. This is what you need. You need guys who will push you, test you, and keep you from getting too comfortable. These guys won't let you off the hook if you are lazy or don't pay attention. They won't put up with lies. They will push you to the next level, to keep trying, to keep working toward your fullest potential. You have to be ready to be made in the fire to achieve this. The weak part of you stays away from arguments, criticism, and the hard facts that would make him change. But the strong part of you is okay with it. You need to be with men who won't be afraid to hold you responsible, point out your flaws, and expect the best from you. Only then will you be forced to change into the person you were meant to be. There are more than nice people in this world. This is about honest people who will tell you when you're wrong. There are some people in your life who will push you to think and act in bigger ways. They are not going to let you relax. You can't give them a reason. Their expectations for you are very high. And let's be honest, you're different if you're still watching. You're not happy with the way things are. You're not happy with being normal. You want something more, something bigger, something better. That's why you're here. So now is the time to click the subscribe button. Come join this group of guys who won't settle for less than the best and expect the same from each other. This is the new circle you have. We hold each other responsible, push each other, and rise together here. Because when you're with guys who expect the best from you, you will have no choice but to enhance your own qualities. When that happens, you'll change more than just your life. Number 10, live as if death is always watching. It's the last blow, the fatal blow. You think there's always time when you're not strong. It seems like tomorrow will be a better day to begin. He puts off his goals, his deeds, and his growth because he thinks that life will wait for him to be ready. But it's that lie that keeps him locked up. You, on the other hand, carry a reminder of death with you wherever you go. There is always death watching, and it won't care what you say. One of the smartest Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, really got this. He wrote, "Right now you could renounce life." That should guide what you say, do, and think. That's what you need. To know that time is running out. Realizing that each moment is one more step toward the end gives you a sense of unmatched urgency. On the inside, the weak you acts like time doesn't exist and that you can waste another day or hour. The strong part of you knows the truth, though. You have to make the most of every moment. If you know that you are going to die soon, you make every deed matter. You stop putting things off, waiting for the right time, and questioning your ability to move forward. You feel a sense of urgency that makes you want to move and stops you from hesitating. You won't waste today if it's your last chance to be great. You will be brave, say what you really think, and make choices that are in line with your purpose. You may have missed chances in the past because you thought you would have more chances in the future. The strong part of you knows better, though. We can't waste any more time. When you treat every day like it's your last chance to become the person you were meant to be, you kill the weak part of yourself. You kill the person who puts things off until tomorrow, and you welcome the importance of today. You stop moving too slowly out of fear and making choices based on uncertainty. For people who know they could die at any time, their acts take on more meaning. Each choice you make helps you become the person you want to be, and each moment is valuable. Don't wait. Certainly, just do it. Do not wait for a sign or the right time to act. There is no right time or tomorrow that is certain. You need to do something now. Because you know you only have so much time, do it. Are you ready to do it? If you don't, you will die without ever having lived up to your full potential. You will always put things off, wait, and make reasons when you're feeling weak. But you choose to live even though you know you're going to die soon. Realizing that everything changes is what will give you the focus, determination, and action you need to become the person you were supposed to be. Don't be afraid of death. Instead, let it push you to live fully, make decisions, and take responsibility for the person you are becoming. If you live your life like death is always looking, you won't have time to doubt yourself or be afraid. The present moment is a chance to construct, grow, and change. This is the last kill. When you know the truth, the weak part of you dies. Time is short, and now is your time. That weak side of you, he is yelling right now, needing to stay alive. But you don't hear me. You now know that he was never there to protect you. He was just putting off your greatness. Every day, you can either take a step toward growth or a step back toward safety. The man you see in the mirror is ready for you to make a choice. Don't let the strong part of you die in your dreams. Today, let the weak one die so that the real one can finally rise. Keep going up. That part of you is what the world needs.